Arunachalam, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. I can
Yes, sir.
hear you.
We can hear.
Okay. We'll just wait a few minutes and then we'll start. Yeah, we'll start now. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं योगविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् आर्तानामार्तिहन्तारं भीतानां भयनाशनं द्विषतां कालदण्डं तं रामचन्द्रं नमाम्यहम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति करां गतिं गोष्पदीकृतवारीशं मशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायण महामाला रत्नं वन्दे निरात्मजम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकीशोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्. Good afternoon. We met last time on Vijayadashami day when we covered the episode of Arjuna Stava, Arjuna Krita Durgastavam, the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when the forces had gathered on both sides. The drums of war were slowly raising the music of battle. When the chariots were all glittering and the winds were making the bells jangle, jangle, jangle across the huge assembly of warriors and chariots and elephants and everything. And before the war commenced early morning, Sri Krishna, who was with Arjuna in the center of the formation, a diamond formation of the forces of Pandavas. Right in the middle was Arjuna guarding Shikhandi as well, and then Sri Krishna was his charioteer. Krishna had told Arjuna to first pray to Durga. He told him to purify himself and then face the battlefield, the battle. And for the decimation of the enemies, he said, sing the praise of Durga. So having heard that, Arjuna had gotten down from the chariot purified himself, and with folded hands, he had chanted this brief, powerful stavam to Durga. So I thought today we will explore this stavam a bit. We may not go the whole distance of time of 1 hour, maybe shorter, but we'll explore this a bit. Then we are having a break of a few weeks, and then November first week we meet again, when we will pick up the thread back where we left it before we started the Arjuna Stavam last time. So we pick it up back in Vana Parva. So today we will look at the Stavam again. So there we are with Arjuna, and he is going to chant this Durgastavam. Namaste Siddhasenani Arye Mandaravasini Kumari Kalika Pali Kapile Krishna Pingale Bhadrakali Namastubhyam Mahakali Namostute Chandi Chande Namastubhyam Tarini Varavardini Katyayani Mahabhage Karali Vijay Shikipichadhvajadhare Nana Bhushite Bhattashula Attashula Prarane Khadgakhetaka गोपेन्द्रस्यार्दे ज्येष्ठे नन्दगोपकुलोद्भवे महिषासुप्रिये नित्यं कौशिकी पीतवासिनी अट्टहासे कोकमुगे नमस्ते सुवर्णप्रिये उमेशाकम्बरी श्वेते कृष्णे कैटभनाशिनी हिरण्याक्षि विरूपाक्षि सुधूम्राक्षि नमोस्तुते वेदस्तुतिमहापुण्ये ब्रह्मण्ये जातवेदसी जम्बूकटकचैत्येषु नित्यं सन्निहितारये त्वं ब्रह्म विद्या विद्यानां महानिद्राजदेहिनां स्कन्दमातर्भगवती दुर्गे कान्तारवासिनी स्वाहाकारः सदा चैव कला काष्ठा सरस्वती सावित्री वेदमाता च तथा वेदान्त उच्यते सुस्तुतासि त्वं महादेवी विशुद्धेनान्तरात्मना जयो भवतु मे नित्यं त्वत्प्रसादादृणातिरे कान्तारभयदुर्गेषु भक्तानां चालयेषु च नित्यं वससि पाताले युद्धे जयसि दानवात् त्वं जम्बनी मोहिनी च जम्बनी मोहिनी च माया श्री तथैव च सन्ध्या प्रभावती चैव सावित्री जननी तथा तुष्टे पुष्टे धृतिर्दीप्ते चन्द्रादित्य विवर्धिनी भूतिर्भूतिमतां रङ्गे वीक्षसे सिद्धचारणैः. This was the stavam that he had chanted, upon which Durga had manifested in the battlefield. Could be seen only by Arjuna and Sri Krishna as she covered the earth and the sky. And she had told, blessed Arjuna and said, in a short time, you will defeat your enemies, O Arjuna. You are Nara and you are invincible, and you have the help of Narayana, who is standing with you as your helper. Not even Indra can defeat you in battle, O Arjuna. Having said this, Varda Devi Durga had disappeared in Akshanam in a moment. And having received this boon, Arjuna had felt very elated, confident of his victory. And he had got on back to his divine chariot, and he and Sri Krishna had stood there and taken the two conches of theirs, Panchadanya and Devadatta, and blown it boom in the battlefield. And we saw the Falashruti for this. Stavam, he who chants this early in the morning at sunrise, he need have no fear. He'll never have no fear from Rakshasas, Pishachas, no fear of enemies, of poisonous fanged creatures, no fear of the rulers of the kingdom, and any debate, etc., he will win. And if he is in confinement, he will get freedom. If he is in any difficulty, he will overcome it. If he is in the clutch of robbers, he will be freed. He will be healthy. He will be strong, and he will live 100 years. And Sanjaya had told Dhritarashtra by the Anugraha Vedavyasa I saw all this, Pratyaksha with my own eyes. And your son, oh Dhritarashtra, O king, he listens to no one. He does not understand what he is up against. He is in the grips of the noose of time. He has not listened when told by Vyasa, by Narada, by Kanva, by Parashurama. Everyone has tried to tell your son, but he listens not. He does not understand that he is fighting against the side of Dharma. And where there is Dharma, there stands Krishna. And where there stands Krishna, there is victory. This he had told, and now we'll come back to our stavam and explore it a bit. Namaste, first verse. Namaste Siddhasenani Arye Mandaravasini Kumari Kalika Pali Kapile Krishna Pingale. Starts with Siddhasenani. The Navaratri is the Dashera, the Navaratri. Each day is one aspect of Durga is Durga Lakshmi Saraswati combination. One aspect is worshipped. So first day is Parvati. It goes like this, Parvati Brahmacharini, then Gambhiranadavad Ghanta, Ushmanda Shanmuga Prasu, Katyayani Kaladatir Gauri Siddhi Pradayini. Parvati is first day, second day is Brahmacharini, third day is Chandraghanta, she is called. The one with the bell, shape of a half moon. Then Kushmanda, fourth day. Fifth day is Kandamata, the mother of Murugan. Fifth day, so she'll be carrying a little six-faced baby. Then Katyayani, the auspicious one. Then Kalaratri. Then the Naomi, she is actually Gauri, Mahagauri. Saraswati Puja is done on that day. And the 10th day, which is Vijayadashami, she is called Siddhidaini, Siddhidatri, Siddhipradaini, the one who grants Siddhis. That's the. So we, as it happened, we chanted, we had the joy of sharing, listening to the Arjunastavam on that day of Vijayadashami, where the presiding goddess is Siddhidatri. That is the name that comes first here. Namaste Siddhasenani. The commander, like Murugan is the commander of Devas, he's called Deva Senapati. In the war, the battlefield. Krishna said, among battlefield commanders, I am Kumara, Kartikeya, in the Vibhutiyo. Here, Parvati, she is the commander of Siddhas. Siddhis, generally speaking, Siddhas have conquered by yoga. They have reached the highest pinnacle of yoga. In between, on the way, they have become one with nature completely. And in that process, they have achieved, they have gone beyond the laws of physics in terms of normal capabilities of a human. So they have got siddhis. Ashtama Siddhi, etc. It's called. The Siddhis include, for example, the normal list of Siddhis in Yoga Sutra. Idanima, Mahima, Laghima, Garima, Prapti, Prakamya, Ishitva, Vashitva. Anima, the ability to reduce one's body to the size of an atom. Become very small. Hanuman is supposed to have had all these. He could make his size small, big, anything. Anima, the ability to make a size into an atom. Mahima, the ability to expand your body to a huge size, infinite size, whatever size. Laghima, the ability to make oneself practically weightless, lighter than air even, levitate perhaps. Lord Ganesha is sitting on that mouse, small mouse. He's supposed to be very light actually, on the mouse. Garima, the ability to become very heavy or dense. You can't lift. Like when Hanuman was lying down in the mountain and Bhimasena didn't know who he was, thought of the mere monkey. And he tried to lift the tail of the monkey. He could not even budget an inch with all his might. Garima. Prapti, the ability to be access any place in the world from wherever you are. Prakamya, the ability to whatever you desire, it will get fulfilled. Vashitva, the ability to control natural forces, also to control passion. Ishitva, the ability to influence anyone by thought. These are siddhis that come to yogis. She is the goddess of all the siddhas. Durga, she takes care of the mountain, takes care of them, they who live in mountain caves. Not caring the least about these siddhis. She is their commander. Namaste Siddhasenani. Next name, Arye Mandaravasini. Arye, the noble one. There is this beautiful composition of poetry, supremely beautiful composition of poetry in Sanskrit called Mukha Panchashati. It's about Kamakshi, Devi Kamakshi of Kanchipuram. It was composed by a Mukha, he was speech impaired, he could not speak, dumb. By the grace of Kamakshi, he burst into poetry. He was an ignoramus, who by the grace of Kamakshi burst into poetry and sang these 500 verses on Kamakshi. 5 chapters of 100 verses each in a different meter. The first chapter is called Arya Shatakam. So, Namaste Siddhasenani Arye. So as it happened, it just a little story related to Arya Shatakam. I thought we'll share. Not necessarily related to the name, but related to that Arya Shatakam. So this happened also, it was timely, it happened during Navaratri. Many years ago, meaning, of course, in our lifetime. When Mahapadeva was there, Kanchi Paramacharya was there. Some of you, many of you may have gone to this little ashram in a place called Kalavai, where the samadhis of the previous Acharya of Paramacharya, his previous Acharya and that previous Acharya are there. It's a very remote place, nice place, quiet, calm, in amidst agricultural, agricultural region. So it was during a Navaratri festival, it seems, and this is what happened one day, in just one episode. There was this gentleman called Narayanan who used to work in ponds in Chennai. He'd gone there, he was also waiting. It's from the book, from a book, actually. I'm just relating the story. He was waiting for Periva, Kanchi Periva Darshan. Both Kanchi Mahapariva and Pudu Periva were there in Kalavai at that time. Pudu Periva was doing puja at that time. Kanchi Periva was inside. And there was crowd. So puja was going on. So there were enough people. They were all sitting watching the puja. So this gentleman, Mr. Narayanan, he says he went and he just sat outside just outside the ashram, opposite side there was a small building structure kind of thing. He sat there, and at that time when he was sitting there, some Indian woman along with a European lady came, and they kind of looked around, and then they came to him and did namaste. And the Indian lady asked him whether he could help them. So he said, "What can I do for you?" So she said, pointed out to the European lady and said, "This lady has come from Austria, and it so happens that her visa is expiring tomorrow, and she has to leave the country. And she would like to have darshan of Mahaswami, so that she, as early as possible, so that she can go back to Chennai and then take a flight to Austria. So is it possible? Can you help us?" Mahaswami used to be inside that room and Maunam, etc. You don't know. Anyway, he said he'll try. So he went and he sent word, he had talked to people, and then word went to Mahapariva, and the reply came back saying, "Bring them." So he brought them. So he said, the Periva was standing on one side of the well. Kanchi Periva, Mahaparama, these two ladies are standing on this side of the well. And Periva told Narayanan, saying, if she wants to speak something or ask anything, she can do so. So Narayanan told the Indian woman, saying, please, if she wants to ask something, you can ask. She can ask. But the lady was not asking anything. She was standing there on this side of the well and she was looking at Kanchi Mahapariva. She was standing there transfixed. She was unable to move her eyes away from him. Her face had a happiness that indicated that she was already in some communion, whatever you want to say, with Periva in front of her. It looked as if she had all his rights. It looked as if she had all received whatever answers she had been seeking. And her eyes were shining brightly. Then Mahapariva passed along a prasadam to her of an apple. And then he stepped inside back into his hut. That was it. Then the two women and Pont Narayanan, they came outside. Both the ladies thanked Narayanan. And then that lady started narrating her story. So she said, these Austrian women apparently always felt since her childhood that she was an Indian woman. There's something Indian about her. And her sister had once stayed in India for some time. And she had learned something about Indian culture, philosophy, etc., but was quite fascinated by it. And she says she had a deep desire to visit India, and she had been saving money every year. And then she had saved enough to come on a 1 month visit to India to seek something that she was seeking. So she came and she went all over India. But what she was seeking, she could not find. Then there was one day left and somebody had told her, have you visited Parva? So she said, okay. And then this lady, she had come there. But her visa was expiring in one day. She took a chance and came. So here's what she says. She said, the Austrian woman said, she used to see a divine woman in her dreams when she was in Austria, and she had come to India in search of her. She had come to India in the hope that she would see her. And she says when she had come to Kalavai, and Parva was on the other side of the well, she saw her. He was her, and there, instead of him, she was seeing her, the woman she had been seeing in her dreams. She saw the divine woman with her divine eyes, one may say, in the serene surroundings. She says she looked like the evening sun and cooler than the moon. And she was unable to speak anything. Narayanan says he was extremely surprised on hearing the story, and then he was also felt a bit jealous that his Austrian woman has got this special blessing. Anyway, the lady left after profusely thanking Narayanan. But what was Narayanan to do? Was he to believe the story that he had been told? I mean, he'd heard something. Anyway, he was back there. And later in the day, around 3 p.m., he says, on the same day, when he could get darshan of Parva on his own, Parva asked him, what did the ladies tell you? So he told the story, this is what that lady said. And Parva heard it like a child. He says that, Abdiya, oh, aha, and all that. He didn't say anything. So next morning at 4 a.m., early morning, there's this Vishwarupa Darshanam. Brahmacharya's time, people used to wait for it. Huh? They used to go to Kanchipuram previous night and then come early morning, 3:30, 3 o'clock, stand there, just to have that Vishwarupa Darshanam. And Parva, usually, sometimes, many times, he used to just sleep inside one small wooden palanquin. He used to, the final, he used to rest inside that in the night. And then that will be opened. He will step out and he will put his vibhuti. That first darshan of him was very valued by devotees, early morning. It's called Vishwarupa Darshan. Ladies will take arti and all that. So morning, Narayanan was there. Just after Vishwarupa Darshanam, Parva was with one sannyasi was there. And Parva turned to the sannyasi and he told him one verse from Arya Shatakam of Mukha Panchayati. The verse was this. Kundali Kumari Kutule Chandi Charachara Savitri Chamunde Gunini Guharini Guhye Gurumurte Tvam Namami Kamakshi. It is an Arya Chandas, the meter. Simple words. Kundali, the one who wears a kundala, earrings. Kumari, the child, girl child. Kutile, the Kundalini Shakti. Chandi, the angry one. Charachara Savitri, the creator of all that is moving and stationary objects of this creation, verse, universe. Chamunde, Chamundeshwari, the one who killed Chanda and Munda. Gunini, the residence, the abode of all the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Guharini, the remover of darkness, of ignorance, of Ajnana, of Avidya. Guhye, the unknown, the secret one. Gurumurte, the Guru, the one in the form of the Guru. Tvam namami Kamakshi. I bow to you, O Kamakshi. This is the verse. Gurumurti, That is Guru Mandal Roop. In the Lalita Sahasranam it comes Guru Mandal Roopini, Dakshinamurti Swarupini, etc. etc. Guru Murti, Gunanidhi, there it comes. Anyway, Kamakshi, Namami. So this verse used that Periva was telling one sannyasi next to him. Within Narayanan's earshot. So Narayan could hear this. So he was explaining these lines to the sannyasi, saying the one who is Bala Parameshwari, the one who is Kundalini, the one who is Chandikai, the one who is Maya, she is also the Guru who removes ignorance. I pray to that Kamakshi, this is the meaning of the. And then he turned towards once Narayanan and gave him a look. As if to say, to clear his doubt, that it is Kamakshi who comes in the form of the Guru. And yesterday, the previous day, the Guru had given that Austrian lady the vision of Kamakshi. This was just to get a little bit into the mood of the words which Arjuna sang. Namaste Siddha Senani Arye Mandaravasini. Right? Mandaravasini is the dweller in the Mandara mountain. Right? The dweller in the Mandara mountain the Sagara Manthanam, all of us are aware of that story. The Meru Parvata, the Mandara is the same. The one that was used for churning. She's a dweller on that mountain. That is equated to the spiritual spinal column. And the process of churning is the yogic process of Kundalini. Bijata Sidme, she is the dweller in the Mandaram, in that. Namaste Siddhasenani Arye Mandaravasini Kumari Kalika Pali Kapile Krishna Pingale Kumari. When we say Kumari, straight away the first thing that comes to mind is, especially we are in Tamil Nadu, and of course anywhere in India for that matter, Kanyakumari. From Kanyakumari to Kashmir, they say, right? From Kumari to Sharda. Then from east to west, Amba to Kamakya. Kumari, Kanyakumari, that manifestation of Devi as the child goddess. The child goddess with her beautiful nose ring, which is like the lighthouse into the sea. South of the temple is the sea. All that area is those two rocks. The one with the imprint of Kumari's feet. The rock where Vivekananda sat and meditated. He swam across to that rock, sat on it, meditated. Vivekananda. The rock memorial, Vivekananda memorial is there. Gandhi memorial, Gandhi's ashes were kept there, part of it, before being consigned to the sea. The place where it was kept was such that they say that the first rays of the sun on October 2nd falls on that spot. So that's where they had kept the ashes. Kumari, Kanyakumari, Many stories about her, we won't go into that. But I thought we'll go a little bit into, we talked about Vivekananda swimming over and the Vivekananda Rock Memorial and all that. Now, during Navaratri, during all these festivals, we know many of us are aware of the, may even have participated in the Kumari Puja, where worship is offered to young girl children. North is very much more powerfully believed in, and they do it. I remember when we were in Switzerland, and when Purna was a small child, what was she? She must have been 3-4 years old. 3 years. There was another colleague of mine who also had a daughter who was about that age. Then there was this North Indian Marwadi couple, my office colleagues, my age or so. He didn't have any child. He had married for several years. So he requested us, and then their family, they offered worship these two kids. Full North Indian style with everything that is touching the feet, washing it, putting alta, doing this, doing that, giving chudi, giving this, giving that. I tell you, in one year she had a girl child there, that lady. They follow that. So Kumari Puja, talking about Vivekananda and all that. So I thought I will read out to you something interesting. Let me see if I have it. Yeah. You know that Vivekananda, he passed away in a young age, 39 years old he was when he passed away, in 1902. So I was reading this. It's an excerpt, it's available on the net, but I thought I'll read it to you. It's from one of the books of one of the Swamijis. It talks about the first Durga Puja at Velur Math. Velur Math is where the Ramakrishna Mission is headquartered. So he writes like this. That was in October of 1901. Like this month, in 1901. In the balmy autumn air of that year, the fields were lush green with paddy stalks waving their laden heads, lotuses, jasmines, tuberoses. The air was fragrant and heavenly. The Navaratri festival was being held for the first time in the monastery, which was consecrated only 3 years before. That was the first Durga Puja in image at the Belur Math. Swamiji had been, he had been going to US, etc., Parliament religions. It's all just now, he had completed all that. Now, one more year, he's going to pass away. At that time, he had not seen Durga Puja for a decade, he says. He had not actually participated, seen Durga Puja in the proper form for a decade. He intended, Swamiji is Vivekananda. He intended to see it that year, which eventually was to be his last. The decision to celebrate Durga Puja in image at the Belur Math in 1901 was his decision. He had cherished this idea since months before. He asked Sarat Babu to bring the book Raghunandana Smriti. Raghunandana Smriti, which deals in detail with ceremonial forms of worship of various gods and goddesses. Swamiji read the book thoroughly. On being questioned, he said to his disciple, "This time, I have a desire to celebrate the Durga Puja. If the expenses, money is forthcoming, I shall worship the Mahamaya. But he didn't speak of his intention to anybody till only a few days before the date of worship. They do the worship on Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dashami, they consign the image of Durga to the Ganga or wherever. So it is 4 or 5 days before the Durga Puja. Swami Brahmananda, that is the next till the Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's disciples, top two is Swami Vivekananda and Swami Brahmananda. Swami Brahmananda used to be called Raja Maharaj, used to be regal. He also used to be called Rakhal. He was the childhood mate of Sri Krishna, spiritually. Rakhal. Raja Maharaj, Swami Brahmananda. So it is 4 or 5 days before Durga Puja, Swami Brahmananda was sitting in the mutt veranda, Belur mutt veranda, facing the Ganga. And that suddenly, if you go there to Belur mutt, this side, this Belur mutt is by the side of the Ganga. The other side of the Ganga, little oblique, is Dakshineshwar temple, where Sri Ramakrishna lived. So you can vote from that here. The Kali temple is in Dakshineshwar, Bhavatarini. So 4 or 5 days before the Durga Puja, Swami Brahmananda was sitting in the mutt facing the Ganga. Suddenly he had a vision of Ma Durga coming from Dakshineshwar over the Ganga. She was coming and she was stopping near the Bilva tree, which is now near the memorial of Swamiji, temple of Swamiji, there. And as she saw that, just then, Swami Vivekananda returned from Calcutta and he asked, where is Raja Maharaj? And then he came and saw him and he told him, Raja, this time, make all arrangements for Durga Puja by bringing a pratima, an idol, to the mutt. But 4 or 5 days only left. You can't get idols like that, big idol to worship. Swami Brahmananda hesitated for a while, for there was very little time to make the necessary arrangements. Then Swamiji disclosed the vision he had. He said, I had a vision. He said, I have seen Mother. Swamiji told him, I have seen in my vision Mother Durga being worshipped here, in image in the mutt. To which Swami Brahmananda then told him his vision that he saw her walking from Dakshineshwar to here. Though these visions were greeted with great joy, and then they wanted to make the arrangements as desired by Swamiji. Swami Dhirananda, a disciple of Holy Mother Sharda Ma, was sent to one place to see if an image could be procured. One place where they used to make and sell these idols. Everything would have been sold out. Fortunately, one image is available because somebody who had placed the order for it had not turned up. Swamiji was informed. So they said, fine, get it. Then Swami Vivekananda and Swami Premananda, both of them together, they went to the residence of Sharda Ma, Holy Mother Sharda. She was living somewhere else in Calcutta. And they went and met her and they sought her permission to perform Durga Puja. She gladly consented. Swamiji then asked for the image to be brought to the mutt. Soon the news spread. And everybody started coming to see the puja that's going to be performed. The image was brought to the mutt 1 or 2 days before Shashti. So there was a place in the courtyard, they fixed every place, etc., where it was kept. Swamiji felt it imperative to have Holy Mother's presence at the Belur mutt during the puja days. Along with her lady companions, Ma Sharda came because Swamiji beseeched her to come. She came. Otherwise, she would not come. She would not staying at Belur mutt or anything. She came and she stayed at Nilambar Babu's Baganbadi, the garden house, which was rented for 1 month. Every day during the puja, The presence of Holy Mother and her companions in the pandal gave immense joy to everybody. In the presence of the living Durga, the Holy Mother, the image throbbed with life, and the whole atmosphere was surcharged with divine bliss. Swamiji himself worshipped the Holy Mother as Durga in the Durga Mandap. He made her sit down and he offered worship to her, like Ramakrishna had done many years ago. All the devotees enjoyed the company of all the Swamijis, Brahmananda, Premananda, Sardhananda, Bhutananda, etc. Ashtami was on October 20th, Navami 21st, Dashami 22nd. Durga Puja had to be performed, say from Ashtami, Saptami, whatever. The Sankalpa mantra for the puja, the Sankalpa mantra that we are going to perform this worship, was uttered in the name of Holy Mother. Because Swamiji declared, we are penniless beggars. This worship would not be done in our name. Moreover, sannyasis are debarred from performing Vedic and Puranic rituals. The worship was therefore performed by a brahmachari of the order, which custom is still followed. As a part of the worship, Bali is offered. Animal sacrifice, Bali is offered. But that was dropped on the advice of Holy Mother. As a substitute, sugar and sweets were heaped on either side of Ma Durga. Now we come to the point that we started by the story. On Ashtami, the Kumari Puja was performed. Kumari Puja. At Swamiji's request, Gauri Ma, a lady disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, made the necessary arrangements. Swamiji himself worshipped 9 young little girls as Kumaris. Swami Vivekananda offered worship to the 9 little girls as Kumaris, with providing them regular full worship, asana, to sit, argyam, water, shankh, all that, clothes, everything that they give. He placed flowers at their feet of the Kumaris. He offered sweets to them. He offered dakshina in their hands. He then prostrated full length to them. And this Swamiji, who writes his book, notes that one of the Kumaris was a very small girl. And Swamiji was so absorbed in the thought of the Divine Mother that when he put red sandal paste on her forehead, he exclaimed, "Ah, have I heard the third eye of the Mother?" Sri Ramakrishna used to say that Mother is everywhere, but in the little girl, in the Kumaris, she is a pure manifestation. So that's how it started. The Kumari Puja worship in Belur Math and Durga Puja. So there he writes, so this was in 1901. Then he says, even at Kanyakumari, in December 1892, that is before he went to Chicago, before he left for America. He had visited Kanyakumari also. At Kanyakumari in 1892, Swamiji himself performed Kumari Puja and worshipped the little daughter of Sri Manmatha Bhattacharya in 1892. And then in 1898, when Swamiji had visited Kashmir, Swamiji worshipped a Muslim boatman's 4-year-old daughter as Uma, the Divine Mother, during his visit to Kashmir along with some of his Western disciples. The Kumari Puja performed at Belur Mutt has become a special attraction to thousands and thousands that pour into the Mutt premises year after year to participate in Durga Puja celebrations, to pray to the Divine Mother and to fill their lives with the Mother's grace. Every year, lakhs of people come to the Mutt to witness the worship of Mother Durga and also the Kumari Puja on Ashtami morning. Khichdi Prasad is distributed to all. That was the main thing. Just to complete this one, on Navami night, Swamiji sang in the worship pandal a few songs to the Divine Mother. He was a great singer. He was a great singer. You can imagine, because Bengal singers, when you say sing, look what great singers. Hemant Kumar, every street has a Hemant Kumar there. Mannade. Ganguli Krishna, Kishore Kumar, I think is a Bengali. Kishore Kumar. Swamiji was supposed to be a great singer, a great musician, great mridangist, great everything. So he sang in the worship pandal a few songs of Divine Mother, the songs which Ramakrishna allowed himself sang on such occasions. They had performances of Nalada Mayanti there, they had performances of music, drum, flute, etc. And then on the Vijayadashmi day, Mother Durga was immersed in the Ganga. At the time of immersion of Mother Durga in the Ganga, Swami Brahmananda danced like a little boy. And Swami Vivekananda watched from upstairs. At the end of puja, Swamiji gave rupees 25 dakshina to Tantra Dharaka through Holy Mother. The Holy Mother was very pleased with the way the puja was conducted and remarked, Mother Durga will come here every year. This story I thought I should relate to you as a part of this verse that we'll conclude this verse and that we'll stop there. Namaste Siddhasenani Arye Mandaravasini Kumari Kali Kapali. Kali. What do we say? She's time. Kala, Kali. Both are the same. Parvati is space. Shakti is power. Kali is time. She is the embodiment of time. She is shrouded in darkness, Kala. Darkness. She is draped in space. She has disheveled tresses. She has blood trickling from her mouth. She wears a belt of hands. She wears a garland of heads, skulls, heads. In her left hand, she holds a freshly cut head, a sword in her upper right hand. Her lower left hand is in blessing mode, Varda. Lower right hand in Abhayam. And below her feet lies Shiva. She is the power that controls Shiva. She is Kali. She is the power that controls death. Mrityumapi sa kalayati sa Kali. She grants liberation as well. The destructions she unleashes is a dance of liberation. Kapali. She carries a jar, skull jar. She wears ornaments of skulls, Kapala Bhushana, Kapala Mala. Namaste Siddhasenani Adye Mandaravasini Kumari Kali Kapali Kapile Krishna Pingale Kapile. Reddish, tawny, Aruna color. Krishna Pingale, golden red, bronzish, golden brown, golden red, shining color. She is. We'll stop with that today. So, Namaste Siddhate Nani Arye Mandaravasini Kumari Kalika Pali Kapile Krishna Pingale. I thought we would complete the Stavam, but we have done one verse, which is good enough, which is good. So we will meet again in November, first week, God willing, and go back to Vana Parva. Today was just verse, but I hope you enjoyed it. Har Nama Parvati Pataye Har Har
Har
Mahadeva
Mahadeva.
Har Mahadeva.
Janaki Kanta
Jai
Smaranam
Ram
Jai Jai
Ram.
Rama Gopika Divana Smaranam Govinda Govinda. This Kali is only
Govinda.
Krishna, by the way. He's only the same as Kali. வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு
Har
ஹரஹரோஹரா.
Haro
ஸ்ரீ
Hara.
சத்குரு சுவாமினஹ ஜெய். ஸ்ரீ ஆஞ்சநேய சுவாமினஹ ஜெய்.
Jai.
Jai.
See you all.
Thank you, sir.